Alrighty, we just crossed over into South Australia, and there we go, flat as a tack out here. We've got some hills off in the distance there, but off we go. Hopefully we'll hit the coast today, somewhere around Port Pirie. Right guys, coming into a quarantine station. No fruit and veggies past here, so we'll have to stop, get rid of some old oranges. Righto, so we just left Peterborough and we're heading to Eyre, and I'm dawdling, as you can see. So we're in a massive valley, so you can see the Flinders Ranges over here, and then also some hills over here. Yeah, and we're just on this massive valley, but this is by no means the spectacular Flinders. This is just sort of the foothills. The main ones are way out over there, but we're going to dodge those for now. We're going to head down to the coast. Freight train, and we got some mountainy looking things out here. I'll see if I can zoom in. Out there, so wow, she's still going on that train. Fairly long one. On the way to Broken Hill, I'd say, from Adelaide. So we're still chugging away. Alright, coming to this little town. It's called Eyre. Pretty cool looking little town. I think they do wheat here. I think they grow wheat, looking at those big silos over yonder. Anyway, we'll give you a little look at the town as we cruise on through. I think it's school holidays here in South Australia too, so hopefully we won't get too caught up with too many tourists, but anyway, it's all good. Old commercial hotel. We want to go to Port Augusta. We're going to hit the coast this afternoon, so going to be awesome. Alright guys, I think that was pretty much it. There's the picnic grounds, little caravan park in there. 89 k's to go to Port Augusta. Let's do it. Let's see some ocean. And the beautiful black backdrop of the Flinders in front of us, if you can see that far. But we got a lot better stuff than that when it comes to the Flinders, so stay tuned. Righto guys, remember I said we were travelling through just the foothills? Well, now we're heading into the big bangers. That's the main range there, way up in the distance, and it stretches behind those trees. It stretches way up that way to the north. So there we go, the Flinders proper up ahead. Alrighty, so we're coming through a pass in the Flinders, and look how green it is. Beautiful. It's South Australia is the driest state in Australia, and Australia is the driest continent on Earth, so we're pretty lucky to see it all lovely and green. Have a look at it. How beautiful is it? So this is just coming through some of the foothills. And the sun's going to be in a mongrel of a spot here, so apologies for that. Try and get away from it. Here we go. There you go, the sheep will be loving that. Sorry guys, terrible camera work. But anyway, that's a little look. So we're coming down the other side now. I think it's only a matter of time before we pop out onto the absolute flatness. Oh wow, look at that up there, look at that mountain. Really cool. That's a big one. There he is, up in front of us. I'm sure the camera doesn't do it any justice, but it's huge. Righto guys, I can see the ocean. Ew. Ew, look at this. Oh, these ugly windmills here. I didn't know they were here. You see the ocean off in the distance? There it is. And they're all everywhere out through there as well. And over the other side, on top of that mountain range in the distance. Well, at least they're spinning. Alrighty guys, we've just come through Port Augusta and we're heading down the east coast of the Eyre Peninsula now. We're going to find a apparently free beach campground. So you probably can't see way over there is those windmills. So we're on the other side of that water now and we're heading down, so hopefully the campground's there and it's not all packed, but we'll go and have a look. Not sure if you can see them, but they're all over there on the other side of the water. Alright, after that schmozzle, dead end, which wasted 40 kilometres worth of diesel, not impressed. I found this little joint here. There's a couple more people here. But I've pulled up here. It's just a little parking area. It's getting too dark. It was going to take an hour to get to the next place. So if you look over here towards the sunset, see the tops of those windmills? They're all up there, right the way along. And then if we come over here, so we're right at the entry to a military range. So in there. Okay, this area contains unexploded bombs. Check it out. Bit of a mountain in the background. If you look way over there in the distance, you can see the Flinders right in the background there. So that's in a couple of weeks or so we'll be in there. But what we're doing now is we've just pulled up to this little park out. We'll spend the night here and then we'll continue on down that away to get down to the next beach campground tomorrow. Lovely. Let's have a beer. Righto, so we're heading into Point Lowly, right over there. Oh, is Wyalla over there. So I've come in on this absolute goat track here, and we've got some cliffs here, and then we're going to keep heading right around this crawl because this track is really rough. And we're going to try and find a camp spot. It's good here, but there's no beach. Apparently it's really good fishing just out here and sheltered from the northerly. That's looking south. So yeah, we want to be sheltered from the wind. So I might keep going around this little peninsula here and see what's around that corner. Alright, so we've left the campground. I headed straight down into Eyre and stopped down there at the jetty and grabbed a coffee from the guy in the coffee van. He gave me some great tips on where to fish, and then I saw another young bloke there at the fish station cleaning a whole bunch of whiting. I asked him where he got those, and he told me back at a place called Point Lowly, which we passed coming down. So there's free campgrounds there, so we're backtracking towards Port Augusta to get into Point Lowly, and then we're going to do a bit of fishing. Not only that, the lovely young bloke gave me some fillets for dinner. So how good is that? We're having fresh whiting tonight for dinner. So yeah, just back to Port Lowly. Alright guys, okay, so we've just pulled up in, well, coming into Eyre, and we're at the information centre. Don't think it's open yet, we're pretty early. And then have a look at this big old thing here, the Eyre. HMS Eyre, it's huge. There it is. Anti-submarine and mine-sweeping vessel. Built here in Eyre. Launched in May 1941. There we go. Pretty cool. Alright, so we're heading down this absolute goat track to try and find this campground with a beach. So as you can see, it's all just rock down there, so I won't be able to launch my little tinny. But there's campgrounds everywhere. There's one right there, one right there, but I really want to take this opportunity to put the tinny in. So we've got to go and find a nice sheltered beach, which is right up ahead of us somewhere. But this doesn't do it justice, but this is steep. I tell you, it is a goat track. It's as rough as guts. Sharp rocks everywhere. There's some emus chilling out. Coastal emus instead of desert emus. There we go, look at that view. Spectacular. Righto, we're all set up. Took about 5 minutes to get all done. Got our flag flying. And look where we are, right on the water. Looks pretty shitty now at low tide, but anyway, you can sit down. Oh, excuse me, check the tides and see what's going on. Fitzgerald Bay, this is called. Check it out, guys. There we are. It's been howling 40 knots all day, and as soon as the sun goes down, the wind is gone. Oh, it's just a light breeze. Gorgeous temperature, but have a look at this. Tide's in. And just beautiful. Right out there into the Gulf. So just lovely, beautiful and peaceful here. Fitzgerald's Bay, it's called. Alrighty guys, we've had 2 nights at Fitzgerald Bay, right at the top of the Spencer Gulf, and put the tinny out 2 days in a row, didn't catch anything. So anyway, we're going to move on. We're heading out now. We're going to head back down the coast and see what we can find. Righto, so we've come all the way around from, don't know if you can see those tracks in there. We've come right the way around that peninsula. Oh, that's the peninsula there. Then right up and around the top And so we've just found this little place out of the way here, this little campground. Right here. I thought we'd be a bit more sheltered from the wind, but we're not. But that's okay. So it's low tide now, but the water should come right up to here. And then I'll be able to put the tinny in down here. And then head out fishing into that darker water out over there. So that's the plan, but it's the wrong time of day to be doing anything now. So I think we'll just set up and kick back. Good morning, guys. So next day here. Oh, sorry. Next day here. At Point Gibbon. A lot calmer this morning. Still breezy, but nowhere like it was last night. It was just howling all night. But still a bit, you know, overcast and how you going. But gorgeous temperature. And yeah, calmer sea. So I think we'll go and throw a line in this morning. Morning everybody. Well, have a look at this where we are. Got the tinny in finally. First time on the whole trip I've got the tinny in. And look where we are. Beautiful Fitzgerald Bay at the top of, I think, St Vincent Gulf. Just near Wyalla. So we're out here chasing whiting and squid. We'll see how we go. Camp is over that away, right there. So we're not too far offshore, which is good because there's sharks everywhere here. And I'm only in a little tinny. But anyway, beautiful to get the boat out after all this time. So excellent. All right, just to check in. So we'll just, I'll give you a pan around, show you what's going on. A couple of rods in. Got a float out there to try and get the squid. You can see it there somewhere. And then this rod just for whiting. So here we are. Beautiful. Be much nicer when the sun comes out, but anyway, see how we go. Alrighty, we're heading to a place called Port Gibbon. Have a look at these things. They look like bomb shelters or something. Shepherd's huts. I have no idea what they are. But they're in a field of wheat. So, Department of Defence. There you go. So they are some sort of shelters. Alright, so yeah, into Port Gibbon. I was speaking to a guy at Wyalla. He said it's a nice spot in here. I have no idea if there's camping or not, but we're going to come in and have a look anyway. Alrighty, so we found our spot at Port Gibbon. It's actually a campground. There's a few along the beach, but there's sort of cliffs there. So I can't really get the tinny in, not that I'm going to here anyway. But this is lovely. Look at this. So some beautiful dunes. And the coast out there. It's low tide. Some guys, a little zodiac in there. Windy as hell. And then that's looking down the coast. Up the coast, north. There's a couple of other campgrounds along there, but they're full. So come into this one. This one looks lovely. Good spot to spend a night or two. See if we can catch some fish out there on the high tide at night. Beautiful. So alright, the drive here was absolutely horrendous. It was only about 90 kilometres from Wyalla, but or a bit longer than that to get to here. About 90 kilometres to a place called Cowley, which is right up that way. And so the headwind, oh my god, the headwind with this brick on wheels, you can only imagine how slow I was going. Couldn't get over 70. Bloody horrendous. Used half a tank of fuel just to get here. Don't want to be driving in headwinds, that's for sure. So those guys are heading out a bit. Where are they going? To find a nice little patch. Maybe one of those patches out over there. Try and get some whiting. Let's watch what they do. But this is, at least it's a little bit sheltered here from the dunes, so that's nice. I was told coming down here it's windy as hell, and yeah, it hasn't disappointed so far. Anyway, anyway, beautiful. Port Gibbon. Also on the way out of Whyalla, I stopped at a beautiful little Vietnamese French bakery and got some of these rolls. These are just gorgeous. The Vietnamese certainly know how to make French bread. Hey guys, I don't know if you'll be able to hear me, it is so windy here. But check out this, where we are here. There's like supposed to be seals and sea lions and stuff here. So how cool's that? Anyway, I'll show you if we're going for a walk, just to have a look. There's the dunes. There's the campground just there. And this is a track. Access to the beach, but oh man, never get down or up this. It's way steeper than it looks. But, oh, windy. I'm sure you can hear it. It's howling its head off. Sheltered down there. Have a fish later down there. Anyway, waving out of the wind. Okay, so we're off from Point Gibbon and we're heading to a place called Arno Bay. It's a nice little spot, you can see out there, lovely. Pretty good spot to pull up for the night, so yeah, time to head off. I want to get a spot behind the pub. You can camp behind the pub. I think it's 20 bucks for 3 nights, and I want to get there today because it's the NRL Grand Final today. So I'd like to grab a spot so I can go to the pub and watch the footy. Plus they got a big jetty there so we can catch squid, hopefully. This place is called the Great Seafood Way or something. The seafood down here is just outstanding, but I haven't caught any yet, but it's only early days. So that's it. Lovely little night here with the wind howling and rocking this camper like a baby getting rocked in its cot, I tell ya. I slept like a log. But anyway, off we go. Okay, we're over there. So here's the pub here on the corner. And then there's a playground over there. So I say we'll be having a beer in there later if it's open. I'm sure it will be. Hopefully South Australians celebrate NRL Grand Final. Oh, we've got a nice little jetty cafe in there which is open. We'll drop in there for something to eat and a coffee. So got the playground. That's about it. Not a lot to the little town. A lot of beach shacks. There's a lot of beach shacks down along this area, as there should be. More guys rolling in. So anyway, let's go have a look at this jetty. Righto guys, we've pulled up in Arno Bay. This is the car park behind the pub. We're the only ones here. Bit salt marshy out through there. We came in this road here. There's a little supermarket up there. Behind there's the pub. And straight there's the caravan park on the beach. So anyway, let's go and have a look at this little town. Arno Bay. So these all look like permanent vans here. Anyway, there'll be a lot of permanent vans in these little parks. But why wouldn't you? Look where you are, right on the water. What's this? This navigation line was erected when Arno Bay Jetty was built in 1882. 1882. Alright. And here it is, a little jetty. I reckon it's good for squid off here. And I think we've got a high tide tonight on dark. So we'll see what the rugby's doing. And then we'll come out and see if we can catch some squid. Excellent. And look, there's all these little places too, being the seafood coast, all have these little bait cleaning stations everywhere. So that's really cool. Nice white sand. Oh yeah, gorgeous little beach. Have a look at this. You can even ride your pushy on it. So there we go, Arno Bay. All the beach shacks, just beautiful. And out this way as well. So that's the bay. Let's go and see what these old fellas are catching out here. Alrighty guys, here's our brekkie at Arno Bay Cafe. Just beautiful. Isn't that cute? Alrighty guys, have a look at this for a gorgeous day out at Arno Bay. It's turned out to be quite lovely. The tide's low at the moment, so there's a few guys out here fishing, but I've had some breakfast and yeah, just going to wait for the pub to open, go and have a few beers and watch the footy. But we're going to head out to the end here and see what the guys are catching at anything, if anything, at low tide. But we'll definitely be down here later on tonight for a fish, for sure. Not sure if you can see down there. You see those whiting down in there? Don't think they're very big, but they're there. And check it out. Awesome creek for fishing. But you've got to get it at the right tide. At the high tide, the tide's out at the moment. But have a look at this, beautiful structure and everything in there for fishing. It's amazing. Righto guys, here's a look at Arno Bay. We're staying up in town here, and so I've just walked down here, down the road to, where are we? Right here, on this creek. There it is. And that goes all the way out to the bay, out that way. And we're going to follow it all the way out here, get back onto the beach and then walk back along the beach. So come join me. Alrighty guys, so there's the creek mouth. Out very low tide, as you can see. Sorry if this wind noise is picking up. It's not that strong, the wind, but it'll sound bad in the camera. Sorry about that. So here's the beach. We're going to walk all the way around there back to the jetty, and that's town. So come and join me. Let's go for a walk. Alrighty guys, this is a squid I caught off the jetty yesterday. So I'm going to cook it up. It's quite big, you can see, compared to my hand there, so it's a pretty big squid. So I'm just going to do it in rings, toss it in the flour and fry it up with some salt and pepper, and I've got a salad. So that is dinner. Fresh Arno Bay squid. Look at these big mounds of weed washed up right along this area. Must be the wind that does it here, because there's none up around there. Pretty cool. That's thick. That's like 1.2 meters thick, probably more. Alrighty, so we're just going for a walk along the beach. Absolutely beautiful, this place. Today's just gorgeous, only about maybe 23, 24 degrees, beautiful sun, light breeze, and just a stunning place, Arno Bay, on the east coast of the Eyre Peninsula. Beautiful. So yeah, just come for a walk. Righto, there we are, all chopped up. I gave them an extra clean, so put them in the flour and then in the pan. There we go, all dusted in flour, getting ready to go into the hot oil. Righto, just put them in the oil, so we'll just cook those and see how we go. And we'll just about do it, I think. And there we have it, Arno Bay squid caught by me off the jetty at Arno Bay. So fresh as, on a lovely salad I got from the pub. So there we go, Arno Bay calamari.